everyone, so today I'm doing a roundup of all things L'Oreal lipsticks, and to be quite specific, only like lipstick creamy type formula with either a matte sheer or a glossy finish. So these are my roundup of things that either L'Oreal has sent me or things that I've picked up on my own, and all these kind of lipstick elements are basically my personal preference in terms of ranking which you should get according to my preference. As you can see, I have no lip products, so I'll be trying the different finishes to talk more in depth about each line, and also the color selection, so that if you guys during this festive season with all the discounts in the drugstores, you guys can pick which is your favorite. And also, side note is that I really think these are excellent gift ideas. If anything, I would definitely pick up a couple of really trendy shades in the drugstore and package them with a nice ribbon, put them in a nice kind of either, you know, plastic cube like shape, fill it with confetti and give it to your friends for Christmas or even New Year's or even their birthdays. So this is my top recommendations from L'Oreal. Let's just get started. So earlier on in the year, you guys probably saw my Rouge Magique lipstick vault, as well as all my lip swatches of the crazy amount that they gave, which I'm really privileged to have tried, and I find that this would be my top recommendation out of anything. I really like this. Number one top pick is because of the shade selection and also the packaging of the lipsticks, which makes really good gifts. On top of that, they pit against the high quality standard of, you know, like Urban Decay, really expensive Sephora brands, and they're easily accessible in the drugstore. So these are the Rouge Magiques in my hand. As you can see, the lipstick is kind of like a metallic hot pink top with a matte black bottom, and it's basically your regular click up type of twist up lipstick. And as you can see here, this is already one of that really trendy shades, which is kind of a purple-ish vampy purple. I guess you would describe it as a vampy purple. That kind of a very modern matte finish, which is really comfortable on the lips without drying out the lips too much. So starting from the top, it's 908 Purple Comtease. I believe I am hopefully pronouncing it right. So that's 908. The one below it is 907 Mauve Petal, which is a very nice purple tone, kind of a nude lipstick with a little bit of a deeper undertone of nude, so that you can wear it for dinner as well. The one below that is 918 La Vie Coral, 198 La Vie Coral. And the last nudish shade I would recommend is 932 Mont Blanc. So I'm just gonna try my favorite shade from the line, which is 907 Mauve Petal, and I'm gonna show you the pigmentation as well as how it wears on my lips. I have no lip balm, so I just want to show you whether or not the actual formula is hydrating or not. So this is how 907 looks like, and it's a super interesting kind of purple. I just love it so much. I mean, it's typically that kind of thing where I would have to blot a few layers if I want to wear it to the office, but it's my go-to when I want that kind of trendy purple-ish, greyish, cool tone kind of a purple. I find that if you kind of like drink water and you're like pretty delicate with how you eat, or even if you're not eating a greasy meal, this will last you a good half day without feathering away. I really like the fact that it's feeling super creamy and nourishing, but not super moisturizing, while giving you that liquid lipstick type finish, and it's not drying or it's not like dehydrating on the lips. So that's my top pick and why I really like it. Okay, so the next formulation I would recommend is the really extended Color Riche line. As you can see, the L'Oreal Color Riche lipsticks comes in this kind of a golden metallic tube, and it's very signature because they have extended this line in this packaging to many many shades, so it can be a little daunting when you see the full line. These are the few recommendations that I would pick in terms of color selection. This formulation is actually, it isn't too mattifying, and it does come in a bunch of trendy shades, but it's very, I wouldn't say the older demographic, I don't want to put it there because some young people do like this kind of a finish, but it's a little more true to your creamy type lipsticks. It does appear on the lips a little bit more glossy, but it isn't like full on lip gloss, if that makes sense. It does have a sheen. Alright, so starting from the top, I have 622 Elma Scarlet, which is like a blue tone base red, and it's very beautiful. It's kind of like a not too deep version of a red. It's very red carpet red, if that makes sense. The one below it is 621 Sangria Allure, and you can see that it's kind of my typical purple-ish shade. This one's a little bit more vibrant. I like those kind of summery colors, those with a little bit more pop of color in this line, just because it's a little bit more moisturizing and it always reminds me a little bit more of summer. The one below that, the third swatch, is actually kind of like a mauvey shade. It's called 623 Sunset in Canes, and all these shades that I'm showing you now are kind of the newer shades in the color Riche line. Below that is, which is 603 Spinning Flamingo, and it's a very vibrant coral shade, as I mentioned. In this kind of a finish, it reminds me of summer, and I kind of like that glossy finish with summery shades as well. And the one right below, which is kind of a brownish caramel, is 618 George V Caramel, and yeah, it's a very nice warm tone brown with a glossy finish as well. So basically, for all these kinds of shades, I really like them because this is a lot more moisturizing, and typically I always sleep in air condition, and my workplace is also in air condition, so I really like to have that comforting moisturizing feeling throughout. And the downside to it is that even though it is a little bit more slippy, I'm just gonna wear this shade 618 George V Caramel just because I really like this brownish shade. So you can definitely see the finish on the lips is it looks a little bit glossy, and it feels really emollient and kind of like, I wouldn't say oily, but it's just really slippy at texture, and yeah, I really like it. So that is my second recommendation from L'Oreal. Okay, so this next recommendation is kind of an oldie but a goodie. Not sure in the history of L'Oreal if this lipstick has been around for ages, but it definitely has been for me since I started loving and falling in love with the craft of makeup, and it's the L'Oreal Infallible lipsticks. And as you can see here, I have a load, and basically I have a couple more which I actually picked up in Australia when I first started to blog and that kind of thing. This was one of the lipsticks that I ran for just because I heard many good things about it, and also it just sat on my lips so beautifully. It's something that really strikes me as my kind of dream formulation if I ever am going to come up with a makeup line for myself. Okay, so the first shade is 421 Charismatic Coral. It's a vibrant kind of orange with a slight shift in peach, but it's mostly orange, I feel, and it's just really flattering if you want to accentuate like your pearly whites just cause it, you know, orange tones really accentuate that. The second one is 543 Charming Lilac. Likewise, a vibrant purple with a more muted undertone, which is perfect for really any season. And the next one is 741 Bold Bordeaux, and it's a deep kind of purple, but it isn't too opaque by any means. It's kind of like you're midway through a vampy shade if you're experimenting with whether you can wear that kind of deep color. You can just test this out either in a tinting fashion or full on like this swatch. The next one is 519 Tender Berry. I mean, what's there to say about this? It's just a perfect MLBB, and it's just super beautiful. I can't get enough of that kind of purplish undertone nude. It's just super flattering for any skin tone. And the last one is 212 Rambling Rose, and I love a good rose shade with a little bit of a vibrancy to it, because you know everyone kind of wears rose shade nowadays. The rose trend is really important and I just really like it. Okay, so I'm gonna try 543 Charming Lilac on my lips. So on the lips, this feels really similar to the color Riche one as well. As you can see, even with the packaging, you can tell that it's just kind of it feels a little bit more cheap, but it feels very suitable to, you know, maybe the high schooler that really wants a pop of lipstick. So I really find that this Infallible line is just super fun, and it gives you a range of shades to try while looking really put together. So yes, that's the L'Oreal Infallible lipsticks. Now moving on to the next one. Okay, so the next lipstick collection I have to recommend from L'Oreal is the one that they just released in Singapore, and I received the full collection. It is right here. Similarly to the Rouge Magique, it's really quite an extensive collection. This is called the Shine On by Color Riche, and this is how the Shine On Color Riche lipstick packaging looks like when you get it. I actually tried a lot of these lipstick shades throughout the past 2 weeks, and basically I just put them back in just for demonstration purposes. But Shine On line firstly has a very different packaging compared to Color Riche. It has that signature kind of color label right at the front, but it's not gold in packaging, it's silver, and it has this kind of chocolate bar kind of a ridge. The lipstick kind of bullet is also different. When you twist it up, it looks like that. It comes in that kind of tube where it's just really sturdy, and it's super applicable to the festive season, if I might add, just because it's just like, can you imagine gifting your friend this? I'll be so happy. Like, it's just such a beautiful lipstick. It looks like a disco ball. Starting from the first swatch, it's 901 Rose Seduction. The next one is, second one is 911 Mauve Intensity, and the next one is 907 Burgundy Craze, and the last is 910 Pomdio. I'm not too sure how you pronounce it, but so I'm gonna quickly apply 910. So it's just super emollient on the lips, really slippy. It will definitely bleed out of the lines in your lips, and if you have cracks around the side, it will definitely bleed out. But I find that this is perfect for me because I love a good glossy lip, and I don't really like to faff around with having to apply a lipstick and then apply a lip gloss on top, even though I usually do. And nowadays I'm really into like really hydrating tints, so it's just really gives me a kind of popsicle finish, and a more glossy finish definitely gives you a more youthful appearance rather than accentuating all the cracked lips, especially if you don't maintain your lips really well or drink enough water or sleep in air condition. So anything that has a very glossy hydrating kind of a application, I am all for. So that's my really concise review on all L'Oreal lipsticks that I do recommend, especially for this festive season. And I'm definitely an advocate for drugstore brands a lot more because I feel like they're more accessible and they are targeted really to the everyday consumers, and a lot of brands and creatives behind it do have that in mind. They kind of want to create to the masses and find that just a little bit more enlightening rather than picking up a very luxurious Tom Ford or Chanel lipstick and it kind of goes on the lips. You just want it to do what it does, and if you can get that at the drugstore, why not? So yes, that's my quick roundup on L'Oreal lipsticks and all that I recommend in terms of the color shade you should pick up and that kind of thing. So I'll leave all the information below. If you guys want any other questions, be sure to post them either on my Instagram here or in the description box below, and I'll be sure to get back to them. So without further rambling, I hope you guys enjoyed yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!